Long ago, in a certain town in Russia, there lived a man named Vanya. Everyone in the town respected him. He was a hard-working woodworker that never stripped of quality.
Dobro utro, Vanya. Is my rocking chair done?
Yes, I will deliver it this afternoon.
Such a fine worker and so quick.
And everyone called his lovely daughter Vasilisa the Lovely, and it wasn't hard to see she deserved the same.
Vasilisa, come little one, we have things to do at home.
Yes, Amelia. Here, Babishka. Such a gentle child. Her actions are as pretty as her face.
The child not only fair as in the dew on wildflowers that grace the Russian steppes, but with a heart as big as the harvest moon.
Oh, excuse me, Didolia. I am so sorry.
No bother, child. Run along. Your mother's gone.
If only all children were so well behaved. If all children were so well behaved, all the women in arrest would have twice as many. Wouldn't it be a special thing if that were my child?
If Vasilisa were my child, I'd dress her in ribbons and bows. Her eyes like cornflowers and grow. A child more fair than a rose. If Vasilisa were my child, I'd be a papa so proud, dainty and docile and so mild, never obnoxious and loud. Vasilisa were our child, we rule the earth just for her. She seems to seduce us for beguile. She's under our skin, that's for sure. Everyone liked Vanya and loved Vasilisa, but no one was more fond of the little child than her mother. That's why it was hard when fever came to Aidan that spring. The whole family caught it, but Vanya's wife didn't survive. Vasilisa didn't speak for a long time, but would sit for hours just clutching the little doll her mother had given her. But time heals all wounds, and in the passing weeks, Vasilisa returned to her normal, lovely child and the curiosity that charmed everyone.
Yesterday, my little dog, Raviskaya, ran into the woods.
Oh my, did you have to go after her?
Just as you feel.
So you never saw Baba Vaga?
Thank heavens, no.
Papa, who's Baba Vaga?
Ah, Vasilisa, you're talking again, and smiling.
Anya seems scared of her.
Devochka. She's just some silly witch who flies around in mortar and pestle and lives in a house that stands on chicken legs.
On chicken legs? Papa, that's funny.
I am so grateful that that child has learned to smile again. Things happen to make us all right. The trick is to get through the rain. Vanya had promised his dying wife he'd be sure Vasilisa had all she needed. He was relieved that the girl was smiling again, but he noticed how this precocious child always hung out and listened to the stories of the older woman. Rather than the children of the town, he worried she still needed a mother. I must be conscious that my child, a woman one day will be. Though neat and clean with her hairstyle, she still lacks some things that I see. I must be conscious that my child she'll need a feminine touch. She'll need a mother in a while. tiny traditional village. So the pickings were slim. There were a few elderly widows, not spry enough to keep up with the active little child.
Hello there, Sonny. Thanks for the husband.
You're too old for me.
Vanya was about to give up.
If only there was someone I could share my home and goods with in exchange for help with Vasilisa. I work hard. There's always food on the table. My home is very comfortable. And I have no fears that a stranger wouldn't love my daughter, for everyone loves Vasilisa.
And who's that man?
That's Vanya.
He's a single man, right?
A widower, lost his wife to the fever last spring. He's the town gardener with the nicest house in Annarinsk.
And that's his only kid, right?
Yes, that's Vasilisa. She's a gem.
Okay, a nice roomy house, a steady job, a kid to do chores, looking for a wife. Jackpot, Golda! Excuse me, I can help. Thank you, kind sir. What a lovely little girl you have.
This is my pride and joy, Vasilisa. I'm all she's got. Oh, dearly.
Oh, she's gone? You mean this poor little baby has no mama? Raising up a child with just one parent can be so hard. I can relate. What's your name?
Vanya.
Vanya. I have 3 little ones who are in desperate need of a father. He left them. Had a case of fever last spring.
3 little boys? Oh, that must be really hard.
I searched for Vetchka, but nor a man being found. So I sailed for other towns, and I stopped here in the water.
Vasilisa, go fetch. Your name is?
Golda.
Go fetch Golda under the water, please. It looks like Vanya might have found an end to his search. I'm glad that Vanya, her father, is also resilient, it seems. Becoming attached to another, found a new girl of his dreams.
Golda, I don't usually jump into things, but will you marry me? I usually don't jump into things either, but yes, I will live in your house, I will eat from your table, and I'll be mama to little Vasilisa. But I have a few preconditions.
Preconditions?
Well, just some things to ensure that I'll be your wife a long time and not be overworked.
Vanya, dear, please let me explain. If we're to weather sun, wind, and rain, I must have a comfortable chair, a fluffy down bed, a warm fire near. Tumbala, tumbala, like tumbala, 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 like. Come with my ride and take me for life. Tumbala, like a laughing Golda, my house is your own, made of wood and mortar and stone, a place to be safe from the storm, the fire there, it always burns warm. Tumbala, 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 like a tumbala, 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 like a come with me, sweet family. Tumbala, like a laughing and I will help provide for and help you take care of your 3 boys. But
Where are they? Oh, I think you misunderstood. I have 3 little girls, just a wee bit older than your little Vasilisa, but what better roles for the little waif?
Make for me a shelter, a shade, play cake sweet and fresh lemonade.
Vasilisa would no longer be lonely.
Vasilisa! Vasilisa, dear! Your sister's putting on and needs some balm for her delicate hands. Would you please run over to Anya's and get her some?
Yes, Mamushka.
Please call me Golda, dear. It's much more, modern.
But it soon became clear that Golda and her girls saw Vanya's house more like an inn and Vasilisa more like a personal servant whom they could mistreat at their leisure.
What's in your hand, Vassie? A cookie. Anya gave it to me.
Well, I'm sure she meant it for me. Only problem is when it's gone, I'll want another one. Go tell her that there are 4 girls in this house and that she should be fair to all of them.
I can't ask.
You can and you will. Now scram! As the days passed, Vanya's demanding family required more and more, and more than he could afford in the tiny village.
Vanya, you see, the girls need new dresses, and you don't give me enough allowance to get the supplies to make them new ones.
Well, cloth costs a lot. Well, your girls need a lot of cloth. At least 3 yards per girl. And cloth costs a lot in Anarens because it comes a long way from Moscow.
Are you implying that my girls are fat?
Oh no, Golden, just telling you the facts. Cloth costs a lot here, and the people don't pay me enough for my work because they have to buy all these other expensive things too.
Well, then you must go to Moscow where people can pay you more for a table or a chair.
And leave this house? And leave Vasilisa?
I can see how broken-hearted you are about leaving the girls and me.
Darling, Golda, I didn't...
Oh, don't get all gushy. Just show us that you love us by getting us what we want. Just go to Moscow and bring us back a trunk full of treasures.
But it is a 5-day voyage from here, and it'll take time to find a job there.
Well, all of us will be all right. Right, Vasilisa?
What, Golda?
Well, your father has to go out of town on business, and I was just telling them that we'd all be all right. Vasilisa is my child.
pressure, Golda began to show her true colors.
Natasha, bring me that burlap bag of rags from the kitchen. This girl will be working harder from now on. You don't need such a fine dress. You don't need a dress when you scrub the floor.
No dress, the floor is a mess.
You don't need a dress when you sweep the place.
The dust will catch in the lace.
You don't need a ribbon of satin red.
Just a scarf tied around your head. Who needs a dress? Your life's a mess. Servants are supposed to show humbleness.
Svetlana, take that doll from her hand.
What am I?
It's cloth, isn't it? Throw it in the fire pile. Well, it's a wood pile. We'll use it for firewood.
No, Patricia.
Now hand Vasilisa the axe.
Well, Papa says I'm too young too.
Well, if you're old enough to give up dolls, you're old enough to chop firewood. You don't need a doll to cut the wood.
No, no, a doll is no good.
You don't need a doll to chop a tree.
To make a fire for me.
Just a brush and a washing tub.
Some clothespins and some cord. Who needs dolls? Who needs toys at all? You're now a servant, there's no dispute.
Hand me that old burlap bag. This is going to be your new bed. This? Yeah. Now, you're going to keep the fire stoked. And if you do, you'll keep your feet warm. You're going to sleep out here all night.
Don't let the fire go out, or else you're going to have to go to the nearest fire.
Not to the neighbors. No, we wouldn't dare wake someone in the village.
No, it means you'll have to go to the forest.
And do you know who lives in the forest?
Baba Yaga.
Her house has skulls on sticks.
That's where you make the fire.
Surely dear Daddy told his precious about Baba Yaga.
So, don't let the fire go out. You don't need a mattress, you have a bag.
Keep the dirt off your back.
You don't need a duvet, you have a rag.
A heavy overlap bag. So you can slumber without a fear. Who needs to sleep? Slumber is cheap. You must to promise to Vanya keep.
Oh, my pretty dress. Papa loved to see me in it, and he won't like me cutting firewood. Where will I get the wood? Out in the forest where Baba Yaga lives? Oh well, it's better out here where I can't hear the screeching and barking of those girls. Even still, I do miss my warm bed, where I could snuggle down and dream I was in Moscow with Papa.
Papa, come home, I need you so. I don't see why you had to go. Every night I wish on a star. You're safe and warm and people didn't want to interfere. But one kind townsman named Vanya saw the little girl sleeping outside all alone and decided she needed some company.
Vanya! Shh! I don't want those witches inside to hear me. My poor child. I think after all this will change. But in the meantime, after a moment, I want to little darling. Yeah, I know that. I have been able to walk on the porch. Never let the rest of my brother. Oh, Anya, thank you. I've been so lonely ever since Golda used my doll for firewood. Katrina thought Golda wanted to buy them when they were little, but they outgrew them and had some of their own. So of course don't want dolls. Oh, thank you, Anya.
Quiet out there, Vasilisa!
Wait a few minutes till they're asleep inside before we take the dolls. Good night, Vasilisa. Good night, Anya.
All of a sudden, a horseman clad in white came galloping across the sky. came May. Vasilisa and her dolls resumed their walk, and then, just then, a horseman clad in red sped across the sky. Dawn was breaking. The brave travelers then saw the horse in the distance, and Vasilisa took each doll hand in hand and went forward.
How horrifying. They're not sticks at all, but bones. And the skulls, they're human skulls.
I smell human flesh!
It is I, Babushka. I have come for a light for the fire. My stepmother and stepsister sent me.
Oh, they did they? And who are you?
That's Lisa, daughter of Vanya, the carpenter, grandmother.
Ah, you will stay with me and work a while. And then, if all is done well, you will have your light. Come, child. Come, Mr. Crow. I know there is not much of her for the eating, but little children are the tenderest. Come, Vasilisa, you will serve me my dinner. I'm waiting!
Here is kvass and herring and grapes and a couple other things that I don't really know what they are.
So delicious. Now I will sleep, now I will sleep. Tomorrow I must go, but you will sweep the floor, clean the kitchen, and take the sack of melon and clean out all the little black kernels.
Yes, grandmother.
Child, and don't be lazy. I eat lazy children.
Yes, Babushka. May I ask you a question?
One question. I hate overcurious children. I eat them too.
Who was the horseman dressed in red that passed by this morning?
That was the daybreak. That was my servant, the daybreak. I have many servants at my hand. Now I am off. You have work. I must be off, and you have work to do.
Yes, Babushka.
Baba, cheerio.
Now, all this work to do, how will I ever finish?
Leah, child, will you do your chores?
I'm so lucky to have you two.
In no time at all, Baba Vaga all the work Baba Vaga had commanded was done. Just as the black horseman started trotting across the sky, Baba Vaga soon returned in her mortar and pestle.
Is work done, child?
Yes.
Good. Good. Now, tomorrow you will take that sack and clean out all, take the dirt and take that sack and clean out all the dirt from it. And you will sweep the, and you will wash the linens.
Yes, but
Vasilisa wanted to remind Baba Vaga of her promise, fire in exchange for a day's work. But she didn't care, not because she was afraid of being eaten by the witch, but because she enjoyed the company. And she knew that the old woman enjoyed her company too. She liked the stories of magic horsemen and flying mortars and pistols.
Alas, alack, he now comes back, the rider of the night, all clad in black. 10 hours pass, alas, alack, the rider in white spreads dew on the grass. Moments fly, now red the sky, the scarlet grows pink, now sunrise is nigh. Indeed, indeed, their faithful steeds.
Mamushka, on my way here, I saw a man dressed in white on a white stallion. Who was it?
Bright day, child.
And another quite black.
Dark night, my child. The third of my servants, and because they serve me well and don't abuse their powers, they ride free. Those who abuse others lose their powers and become prisoners.
Vasilisa wanted to ask more, but Baba Yaga changed the subject.
Night has fallen, child, and it's time to let's go back to your mother, your stepmother, and sisters. Take a piece of this. Take this loom, child, and weave this flax. As fine as a spider's web through it. Your hands do honest work, and they will make a beautiful tapestry.
The threads are worn from work, but I will try. I wonder where the narrator went.
Me too.
So what she thought was a week, Vasilisa stayed with Baba Yaga, each day completing the list of chores and with the help of Katrina and Pavlova. And every night the tapestry grew larger until on the 5th day it was finished.
Now night has fallen, child, and it's time to take a lit school, and it's time to take a lit school back home to your stepmothers and sisters. Take a piece of this tapestry to remember the time we spent.
I could never forget, Mamushka. But go now, in the dark.
The school is as bright as the moon. You must go now before
Svetlana, Tatiana, Golda, I've returned with your light.
Goodness gracious, it's about time.
We were sure she devoured you. Not that we really cared, but we really did need that fire.
Vasilisa, how could you dally so, knowing how miserable you must be? It was very heartless of you to worry us so, and your father Derek called me unfit when you're the father? Give me that fire this instant. Just look at this ugly thing.
Father, what is it? You're looking strangely at that skull.
It's like it has power on you.
Well, don't leave me out on all the fun. What happened? It disappeared. It's Baba Vaga's witchcraft. When the evil soul seeing people will instantly perish. When the sun comes up, we'll gather up these skulls and take them to Baba Vaga for her fence. That's where the bad spirits belong, tethered to a pole forever. Wait, I hear the white horseman. It's almost day. Oh no. I hear the red horseman. Soon everyone will awake and see what I have done. How could I have? After all, we were family.
Lisa, thank heavens you're home. I knew you would be soon, and I knew the dolls would help you. Why, I hardly recognize you. Look at the lovely young woman you've become. We used to call you Vasilisa the Lovely, but now you're nothing less than Vasilisa the Beautiful. Nothing else will do.
What happened? It's only been 5 days. I barely recognize myself.
5 days? It's been 5 years, child. You left when you were 11, and yesterday was your 16th birthday. Your father came home last night to celebrate and was broken-hearted to find you gone. He was planning to go out after you at daybreak into the forest.
Daddy's back? 5 years have really passed? I feel like I'm in a fairy tale.
Indeed, this is a fairy tale.
For your father didn't come alone. He came with a prince on a mission.
A prince?
An old granny sold him some cloth, and when he put it on, it felt so heavenly, he'd swore he'd find the spinner of that cloth.
And marry her in an instant.
And carry her off to Moscow.
Look, here it goes now. Meet the imminent prince.
She is stunning. Could she really be the one, the maker of this fine cloth?
My cloth. Who told you I wove it?
A dog came to me at daybreak and told me, Vasilisa the Beautiful awaits for you by the well.